To the first press conference of the season for our match against Mumbai City FC. We have our new head coach Gerard Nus with us. So we can begin the conference by you can start asking your questions to coach. Coach, before they start asking questions, if you want to talk to the media, give a brief introduction about yourself. That'll be great.
Hello to everyone. For me, it's a pleasure to be here, not just in this amazing football club, also in India. I have really good feeling so far with everyone related to football and non-football. Obviously, that's unlucky that we're going to miss a lot of the beauties of this country, of these people. But as I said, I believe you are part, obviously, of this sport, and I'm looking forward to meet you. Maybe one day I'm looking forward that this is not going to be too far away, that we can be more physically close to each other, and we could have like normal press conference like it used to be.
That's great, coach. So if anybody has questions, you can start with raising your hands. I see that IFTWC. So you can start from Srivatsa. You can start.
Good,
Yeah.
good afternoon. Um my question is, can you outline some of the challenges you have faced since you have joined club, and how, as it's the whole ISL season gonna be in the bio bubble, how you gonna tackle it?
Good afternoon. First of all, I think we have to take every challenge one at a time. Obviously, we got the last one, which has been officially announced by the club regarding the COVID positive cases, and that's obviously the one that worries me more, because it's not having players for the first game is always a thing that a coach don't want to face, but we take it the way it is in the best way possible. We had good training sessions so far in the last 3 days, today included, and that's all we're thinking. We're thinking in a positive way. We try to control the things that we can control, and there is no space for excuses. We know that all the teams, all the players, all the coaches, we're going to have similar circumstances, and that's it. We're going to control, and we're going to work hard like we've done since the first day that we arrived in India.
I have another question. Uh, what are your plans to counter Mumbai City FC in the opening game, as they have one of the strongest squad?
That's a really good question. Obviously, we know about the strength of this amazing team that they assembled. They are, for me, I would say, definitely is one of the huge investments in not just India, also in Asia at the moment. They are so powerful in attack. You know, the players that they got, Lefondre, Aweche, and so many others are amazing. The quality of Hugo, Yahud, and so on and so on. So we know about the strength that they have, but we're gonna need to be more putting attention to ourselves. You know, how we doing things, how we build up, how we create chances, how we become defensively well organized, and all the aspects of the football game. So we know how good they are. We know that the pressure that they have after this big investment is not only that they must win all the games, also they have to do it in a nice way of football, playing attractive football. And about ourselves, we're going to take every game as it comes, facing Mumbai in the most professional way that we can. And that's it. We expect an interesting challenge ahead.
Okay, I can see that Srijan and Sayan. So we'll start with Srijan for the question, please.
Good afternoon, coach. Just for my first question would be, how much of an effect has the COVID cases had on your team selections and match preparations for tomorrow against Mumbai City FC?
Good afternoon. Obviously, for me, I said that since day one. For me, every player is important. Everyone matters, and it's not just something that we just say. It's something that I really mean it. In terms of lineups, in terms of substitutions, in terms of training, and so on and so on. And in terms also of things that people sometimes don't realize how important it is, that it's inside of the club, inside of the team, to have those relationships. Sometimes you have characters that they bring so much in the changing room, in the core of the group. And so definitely all those players that we are not going to have, that basically we don't have already for a few days, are a big loss. And I hope they're going to do well and they're going to be soon with us. And obviously the most important is that the health right now, they are fine. I keep in touch with them as much as I can, and they are good. So that's the most important at this moment.
Coach, my second question would be, how impressed are you, or what are your views about the Indian contingent that you have after seeing them during the pre-season?
I'm really happy about the Indian players that we have. We know it's a young squad. Many of them, they don't have experience in this league. They've been in one league below. But I've seen him since day one, really excited to do well. So they never complain at all. They take every training session with full passion and with a great energy. So that's all I can expect from them. I can only ask for work, and that's been proved so far. And I'm really excited, to be honest, to be as a head coach of this group of players, because with this, we know that we keep improving every day. And obviously, when you have that mentality, you can achieve positive things for the season.
Okay, we can move to Sayan.
Yeah, hi coach. Good afternoon. So my question is about the COVID situation in the squad as well. So how does it affect the players mentally, and as part of the coaching staff, what do you try to do to reduce the anxiety and the stress level within the squad?
Basically, we need to pay attention to the things that we can control. I think that we all are a little bit exposed to this situation. I have to say that all players, all the staff, they follow all the recommendations. Is not been anyone that crossed the line in anything. So we just follow everything that has been told by the guidelines. And that's, we know that even if we follow everything, it's still a chance that we could be infected, whatever it is, even if we are in this system. So we just try to, as I said, to focus in the things that we can control. Obviously, we follow all the time the rules. We wear a mask, the social distance, and so on and so on. But at the end, we are facing is a worldwide situation, and we all are with this problem, and that's it. We take it as it is, and let's try to keep focus in trainings and keep as well as possible.
Just a small follow-up question. With the 5 substitutions rule, do you feel the Indian players in all the squads will get lots more opportunities this season? And do you also think that this rule might be used as a defensive tactic in certain matches after one team has taken the lead? What's your thought on that?
I will start replying the second one. I don't think it's more in terms of defensive, because there are teams that the philosophy might be going to score another goal, or it depends every coach and everyone, obviously. But I definitely think it's a great thing what they done. Having 5 substitutions, we all know how short has been the preparations in terms of weeks. Is not ideal. Everyone, they've been facing injuries and a lot of setbacks. So it's good to have at least the chance to put new players in, to take less work, or less. Let's give more breather to the players that are started the game. Definitely, that's going to help. That's going to help to see more competitive games. It's going to reduce the percentage of injuries, and at the end is good for the spectacular and the passion of the football that we're going to see.
Thank you, coach.
Pleasure.
Can we go to Mr. Dhiman Sarkar from Hindustan Times?
Coach, am I audible?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Coach, basically a question on the COVID situation as well. Could you could you talk us through the kind of challenges you faced when you had to come to India? I mean, the problem in trying to get the visa, in trying to use the air bubble. How is it that you normally it would have just been one plane ride to India, or maybe two plane rides? How difficult was it this time, including the quarantine situation? Could you talk us through that?
So, first thing, it was about getting the visa. I know the big effort that has been from the ministers and organizers and sponsors and owners and many people involved to make this league going forward. And I have the
Right.
problem to come to India. First of all, about the visas, and obviously in terms of traveling, it was a lot of documentation that we had to prove, we had to show to the authorities, to the people that works in the airports and so on. And in a way, it makes us feel that we are more safe, because that's what you want to see, that people that do the jobs properly. And but it was a challenge. We obviously we had to have that COVID test before we that I think was 2-3 days before departure, and
Okay.
if we negative, we could take the planes and arrive to India.
From where did you fly? How did you fly from wherever you were to India? How many
Yeah,
planes flights did you have to take?
I think it was 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was 2-3. The first one, obviously from Spain, it was from Madrid.
Madrid too?
Well, I'm gonna need to check all the details. I don't want to make it wrong. Now
Okay.
I'm thinking about Mumbai, so I cannot be certain of where it was. But
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
I can double check and send it to you the details if
No,
you want.
no problem. Okay, the other question is, since you worked in the K League, and since it was the K League that started first among all leagues in the world in the post-COVID situation, could you reach out to any of your former associates in K League to find out how they were coping with this kind of situation of continuous testing of players, playing with behind closed doors? Did you reach out to anybody there?
In the K League in Korea.
Yes.
Yeah. So in Korea, I have a good friends, obviously from the time that I was there, and
Right.
I found out, and also I have friends in Japan, so
Mhm.
I know how they've been dealing with the situation. So it worked in a way that we could get information and be more prepared. So definitely, it's been a positive, having those conversations and those talks with them.
Anything specific that they told you that you needed to keep in mind or that you recall now?
To be honest, not. I think the guidelines is pretty much the same everywhere. The
Okay.
social distance, wearing the mask, and all these kind of things, and keep washing the hands. And I think more or less every country and every people and authorities recommend the same.
Right. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, can we
Pleasure.
move to Mr. Prasenjit Day next?
Yes, good afternoon, coach. This is Prashanjit from Indian Soccer Land. So my question to you is about Federico Gallego. Like, not most of the overseas players who are there with Northeast this season are playing their first, are having the first time in India. So, but Gallego has been there with Northeast United since the last couple of seasons. So, how important does that make him to Northeast United's plans from that perspective?
I think that Fede is an important player for the team, and also I would say for the club, not just because he's been 2 years, and also what he not and only what he represents. I would say also obviously what he brings to the pitch for any coach. We saw how good he was, especially the first season, and we expect a lot from him this current season. But I agree with you that it's not just about this playing and all the things in terms of football. Also, he's the guy that welcome all the foreigners and try to advise them and give them suggestions and opinions about what they're going to be facing. and that's the best preparation, and even more under those circumstances, which obviously are far away of being ideal, but it's still important, to have these characters into a team, and all the Indian players that also they were before here. We have a lot of new faces, Indians and no Indians, and at the end, all of us, we're sticking together and we're looking to play the game tomorrow.
And if we go by the results, Northeast hasn't had the best of results in the past editions of the ISL. So if we consider that record, so that does that put extra pressure on you, or that just makes things a little bit easier for you to perform this season?
Easier, definitely not, because we're working so hard. And to be honest, we don't think too much about the last season. Last season were many different players, different staff, different situation. It was not the COVID, and now we just need to think about the current season, about the situation that we are facing, the people that we are here, and we try to take, as I said, the situation as it is, and thinking about the opponents. Also, Mumbai, they were not completely the way they are right now. They have a new ownership, they have new coaches, new players. Everybody changed a lot, and I would think it's, yes, the badge might be the same, the club's name might be the same, but many other things they are not.
Okay,
thank you, Coach. That's it from my side.
Can we move to Azhar Mohammed?
Hi, Coach. So my question is with regards to playing behind closed doors. I mean, do you think is that a pain or a boon to the players? I mean, on one hand, you do not have a crowd, so do you think that's less pressure on the players, or it is like difficult to keep them motivated because there's no crowd? How do you see it as?
I think it's not the way it's supposed to be, definitely, and it's not what we want. Maybe for some of the youngest, to have less people, or obviously I'm just counting with the usual people like staff, and obviously some, I believe, some small like emergencies or medical staff, and that's it. So it's definitely going to help them in terms of feeling less pressure, but at the end, I'm gonna miss it myself, and many others. We're gonna miss it so much, because this football game, these tournaments are for the people, for the fans, and without them, the meaning is completely less. It's far away of the ideal, and the good thing is that we have technology, we have internet, we have TVs, and all these things will bring our fans closer. So we try to keep our media guys really busy, and they publish a lot of information, and that's also a way that we believe a football club is not just a group of players or staff training together. It's more than that, and obviously the fans have to be put it into those first group. First, this has to be our part of our identity. I'm checking the media, I see how they keep Buhati painting the walls and keeping a lot of proactive activities, and this is beautiful. You see people committed, people that feels part of something, and it's great. It's beautiful. And in terms of football, maybe makes the things more equal, because you're not going to see a stadium that have 80% of capacity or 90% of capacity with one team and no helping, no supporting the other. So in that way, maybe makes more equal. Or even the surfers, we more or less all gonna be playing in the same 3 stadiums. So it's like the way we all used to, because we're gonna be playing many games in all of them. So it has positives and negatives, but if I have to say overall, it's negative, because I would love to be with my fans, obviously.
Okay, we have close to around 10 more minutes. So let's try and limit ourselves to one question, because I think a lot of you would have overlapping questions. Next, we would move quickly to Yash Pratap Singh. So please ask your question. Yash? Okay, I think we've... Okay, can we go to Abdul from East Mojo?
Hello?
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I don't know if that might be my internet, so I don't know. Sorry for that. If it's our
No
Wi-Fi.
problem. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, continue.
So, coach,
We
my
have
question to you.
Here, so yeah.
Yeah, no queries. So, coach, I'm Yash from Sports Kinder. So, my question to you would be, which playing style will you be relying on for most of the season? With the new set of players you've brought in.
Yeah. Hello, Yash. First of all, we want to be competitive. We want to be a team that definitely we're going to be really strong. You know, I don't want to see a game that, okay, we might lose, we might win, we might draw, but I wouldn't like to see our team like devastated at all. You know, we want to see a team that fights, whatever's the result, whatever's the score, that we keep fighting and we're going to do, you know, without giving up. This has to be our identity. With the ball, we want to have the ball. We want to dictate the game. But at the end, you know that it's not going to be possible all the games, or there are moments of the games that you're going to have to run, you're going to need to suffer, you're going to have to fight, you know, in the football way. And that's part of the game, you know, so we have to recognize those moments. But for all, my opinion, or my best word is this: a team that works, everyone switch on, don't give up, and let's be proud after the game of the performance that we did. And no matter what is the result, if we fight, at least we can go back to our homes, or in that case, in our hotel, and feeling happy that at least we put everything and we tried as much as we could.
Okay. Just a follow-up question, not who will be captaining your side this time?
I think the media of our club will release it really soon.
Yeah, we will.
I believe today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are really excited.
All right, can we
just
okay.
to
thank you, coach.
Just to say a quick thing about this. For me, it's not just about one person or two persons. For me, it's about a group of players that gonna represent the rest of the players, the rest of the team. And it's not just about one person. It's about a group that we're gonna face any problem that we have, and they're gonna stick together, and we're gonna help, you know, obviously the rest of the players and the staff to achieve what we want to achieve this season.
Yeah. Thank you, coach. Good luck for the season ahead. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll move to Abdul from East Mojo. Abdul, are you there?
Hi, coach. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Hello.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Hi, coach. This is Abdul from East Mojo.
Hi, Abdul.
So my question would be to you is that you are the youngest head coach going around in the ISL, like ever in the tournament. So how confident are you, or like how challenging is it for you going ahead in the tournament, and especially with high expectations from the team, and with the team going with a major overhaul, undergoing a major overhaul? So like how confident are you, or maybe how challenging is it for you?
I'm really confident about myself. I'm really confident in the work that we're doing, and with the staff that we brought in. I'm far away of being scared or something like that. I've been young. I feel that I've been young in this football world for many years already. When I was 23 years old, 24, I was in the academy of Liverpool FC, and the next year I was working in the first team, you know, with big figures in terms of football worldwide. And then definitely it's not a thing that I'm afraid or scared or something like that. Not at all. We work, and no matter what is the age, you know, and that's not a thing that for me it doesn't keep my mind occupied for a single second, to be honest.
Thank you so much. And like, any message for the fans over here in the Northeast, because this time they all will be showing the love from like through the TV and all the digital media. So any message from your side to all the fans out here in the Northeast?
Yeah, first of all, I feel sorry that they cannot be closer to us. You know, they cannot be, we cannot see them, we cannot talk, you know, and we could be close in the games with them because we obviously go as far away from where they are. But I want to say that keep please sending all those messages, all this, everything that you do, because we see it. You know, one of the things that we definitely have is time. The players, they're spending a lot of time in the rooms. They have all the phones and laptops, so they keep following all the activities and proactive activities that all of the fans they do, and definitely we feel the support. I felt that support as well the day that I was announced by the club as a head coach, and I keep feeling this. And the only thing I can say to them is we're gonna fight every single game. I can guarantee you that. Everyone is doing it. He's proving himself in every single training sessions. We had 2 friendly games, and I believe we perform as well. We draw one, we won the other one, and that's our target. Sometimes it's gonna go in our favor, sometimes it might not, but we're gonna keep fighting. That's our spirit, that's our identity.
Okay, we'll move to
Thank you so much, coach, and all the best
for the next question.
Thank
hi,
you.
Coach.
Yeah, please limit
Hi,
yourself
Coach,
to
this
one
Ansam
question.
from
We have
Poland.
5 more minutes.
Yeah, just one question. Just an update of the team news that is confirmed, like who are missing and who are injured and stuff. Thanks.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Just to confirm the team news, who all are missing or injured.
I think, I mean, we are almost everyone ready. Obviously, the ones that are in the isolation, but we talk already about the COVID situation. So those players, they are not ready for a few weeks already. So we'll see. Obviously, all the others, they've been training, and I believe the roster will be probably soon posted.
Thank you.
Okay, we move to Noel Adrian for the next one.
Good afternoon, Coach. I'm Noel from the official ISL website. Firstly, welcome to India and all the best for the upcoming season. And my question is related to one highly rated youngster from last season, Lalang Mawiya. He's received a lot of praise from from a few of the more experienced decorated players in the ISL. And I wanted to ask, what role have you have you decided what role is he going to play in the team? And if not, could you just tell me a little bit about what do you have in mind for him, especially?
Well, for me, is everyone important. He is proving himself a lot every single training and also in the games. And I'm really pleased and happy to have him. You know, he's gonna, I mean, I cannot promise to any player how he's gonna be the season, or if one gonna play more or less, because that's gonna be at the end depending of their performance. But we take really, you know, like it's an honor to have a player like him, a young player that has been playing with the under-19 national team, and also last year that he had so many minutes for the team. So I believe he has a huge potential and a lot of years ahead of nice football, and definitely players like him will raise the level up of all the Indian football. You know, we're gonna see a big improvement in our local players, and this is the best example.
Okay, thank you so much. All the best for tomorrow's match.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Devajoti Sarkar, you can ask your question.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, you have players like Ashutosh Mehta and BP Suher who have won the I-League last season, and also we have Sanjeevan Ghosh who was runners-up in the ISL. How much an added inspiration are these players for the rest of the team?
Well, I think everyone brings something. There are players with experience in the league. Some others, they did well in the other league, and some they came already with experience, but even they are foreigners. And some others, like we said before, Gallego, he's a foreigner, but has been here already for 2 seasons. So I think this is the challenge, to get the most from everyone and create this good atmosphere of performing. So for me, it's not enough to do, I'm doing well, I do a possession game. No. I have to become better than you. And that's the only way that you're going to try to become better than me. And in any single drill and any single exercise that we do in training sessions. So we take it as everyone brings a new experience. You talk about the Shutosh, for example. I want to see that he brings that winning spirit that he got. He comes with that in his blood, and I see him. He's a fighter. But I could speak about all of them. Everyone, if they are here, is because they fit into the profiles that we're looking for, wherever they're coming from. And I'm really pleased. I cannot see even one that is not really dedicated or fully focusing his duty. Everyone wants to become better. Everyone is competitive, and everybody will have the chance to play sooner or later.
Thank you, coach. All the best for the
Thank you.
Mr. Shoaib, if you have a question.
Hello, coach.
Hello,
coach. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello. Hello, coach. My question is, in every season, we saw that NEUFC does good in the first quarter of ISL, but then their performance slowly slows down. So do you think about that when you take preparations?
To be honest, I don't think about the negative moments of the season. So like if the team goes down in one moment, we're going to work in that moment just to stop it. We're going to try to be as much reliable through the whole season as possible. But I'm not just thinking about when the bad moments could arrive. I'm just thinking right now about tomorrow's game, the best way that we can make it hard and tough for Mumbai. That's all, to be honest, that I am thinking, and I'm trying to pay attention at this moment.
Okay, we have time for one last question. Rajashri, can you ask your question and then we will finish it off?
Yeah. Thanks, Anurag. Good afternoon, coach. My question is on your opponent coach, Mr. Sergio. He likes to play wide, he likes to make the pitch wide and, drawing out defenders using the wings, and the forwards make the run through the middle. So they have two very, potent forwards in like Lefondre and Ogbeche. So does that affect your team selection, or you are more trusted on your own process and philosophy?
When you prepare a game, or at least when we prepare a game, we have to take into consideration a lot of things. First thing is about ourselves, but also at the same time about the opponents, and the kind of players that they have, is going to be tough no matter who plays. But these two players are probably both are some of the best, no doubt about it, in the league in terms of power in front as strikers. And we know that we cannot give them too much chance, because if they have the minimum opportunity, they're going to score. So we're going to be really paying attention all the time, focus, no give up, no switch off for even a second, because if not, they're going to punish. So we know about how good they are, all the things that they do. We got information, but at the end of the day, obviously, we haven't started yet the season. So there's a lot of details that we only going to see it once we start, and when we can analyze also the games that the team's gonna play.
Thank you.
Okay, we've run out of time. So thank you everyone for coming here. We'll share the recording on the WhatsApp group so that everyone can access it, and we'll see you on the next one.